Stack all the signatures together really good, making sure that they're straight. Okay, and then put the whole stack inside the cover, making sure that from the top and from the bottom you have the equal spacing, which will be a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch. Then hold it with your hand close to the back cover and close the front cover. Now just let's once again make sure that all this pile of signatures is aligned. Okay, don't worry that here they are not as straight as we would want them to be right now. When we finish the binding, the threads that will hold the signatures will straighten them out. But what is most important right now is that we will have the equal amount of equal spacing once again from the top and from the bottom of the cover. So now when you hold all of this together with your hand, I'm taking a poking tool, a needle tool, and I'm just doing something like this, which allows me to mark the places where the future holes will be. Okay, you can use a pencil, but I think the needle tool works fine for that purpose. Now when you take the signatures out, you can see the places where the holes should be. So what we will do right now is the following. We will take the first signature, and as you can see, it doesn't have the divider. Let me see here. Okay, so here are the marks. I'm straightening the signature once again and opening it. And now I will poke the holes in those places where the marks were. Where the marks were, like this. 2 holes, we don't need any more. Okay, so 2 holes, and now I will make a template just in case. This is the same printing paper sheet folded in half, and then I just cut the excess a little bit because I don't want the whole width of it. So I will stack it together with my signature and open the signature once again, and I will poke the holes from the inside, which will kind of transfer the holes to the template. Okay, like this. So this signature is ready. It's already poked. Now we will do the same to all the remaining signatures in the following way. I'm taking this one, stack the template on top. When I open it with the template together, I make sure that the fold, I'm holding the fold with the fingers, and it is not moving anywhere. Okay, like this. And then I'm just using the template for poking the holes in the very same places where they were in the first signature, like this. Okay, so this way everything will be aligned, so just continue doing that. Now when this is done, we will need to estimate the length of the thread that we will need to cut for our binding. We should estimate that by the quantity of the signatures. So I will be putting the whole pile of the signatures to the side here, and the signature, which will be the last, will be here on top. Okay, so I will take the signature, I will open it, and I will thread the needle through the hole, and then I will go through the opening that we've created for the binding on the cover. Then I will loop around that spinal piece. Okay, and I will go through the same hole again, making sure that I'm holding the tail, because now I need to tie a knot here. And when I do that, I just want to make sure that I have an lined up thread on the spine. And let me tie one more knot. Once again, when you tie a knot, pull this piece of the thread as well to make sure that everything is aligned. Okay. Now we have it. Now we have the thread outside the cover. So we will take the next signature and we'll place it inside, and we will go through the hole from the outside to the inside, pulling it, looping it around the spine like this. And now we need to secure it on the previous stitch that we've made. Let me just take that stitch to the spine, really. Okay, like this. Where is our, okay, here it is. We need to go through that first stitch that we've created. Here it is. You will have to find it. Okay, and now pull the needle. Here we have first two signatures connected to the spine. We made sure that the thread is all lined up. Okay, so now we can continue in the same way with the with the difference in the fact that when we take the signature with the dividers, and once again we put it inside the book, and we are going through the hole from the outside, we loop the thread once again around the spine. But before going at the bottom, through the bottom of the previous, and currently it will be the second stitch, we will put some beads onto this thread, and just to make sure that everything stays in place, I will use the paper clip to hold the signatures together. So I think I need something like 13 beads of this size that I'm using. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 more. Okay, now when I have the beads on the thread, like this, I can go through that stitch that I have here at the bottom. Like this, making sure that everything is aligned. Okay, and now just continuing connecting the rest of the signatures and stitching them together. So now the top part of the spine is finished, and I will go back through the same hole of the well, it will now be the top signature. I will be threading the I will be pulling the needle through that same hole once again, and I'll be tying a knot and cutting off my thread. Okay, so this I will be just tucking inside. Okay, so now we need to do the same from the other side with the only difference that all of the signatures are already in place, and we will only need to use the thread for the binding. So I threaded the needle, and I will be starting from the back as I've started before. Okay, going through the opening here and looping around the spine. Through the same hole, taking the needle out. Okay, now I need to tie a knot. This can be a little bit tricky, but possible. Okay, I will leave it like this for now. Where is my thread and needle? All right, so the next signature, I'm going from the outside to the inside. Let's find the middle. Okay. Comes to the process of embellishing the cover, and we all know that this process is very creative and sometimes a little bit more difficult. So I layer all the elements that I want to use on the cover first and arrange them the way I want them to be, and then I take a picture with my phone. This picture will help me and will be a reference, because what I'm going to do now is I even find really difficult to do that. I will take everything away from the cover, and I will still try to keep a certain, order in the way that everything was placed. And I will start to glue everything down from the beginning. And of course, while I'll do that, the positioning of certain elements definitely may change, and that's why having the picture taken before will help me a lot while embellishing the cover once again and putting everything back on the project. So first of all, I wanted to mention that I would like to stress some of the elements to make the one who is watching, who is looking at the project, pay more attention to specific elements, like for example this cutout of a beautiful girl. So I already backed it up with one layer of chipboard, and I think that maybe I will want to raise it a little bit more above the surface, because there will be additional elements that I would also want to pop on the cover. So since several other elements will be also popped, and this is my kind of central image. I will want still the viewer to focus their attention on this piece, so it will need to be even higher than all the rest. So I will add another layer of chipboard to this piece, and I'm using just scraps of chipboard that were left from other projects. And I don't think that it's good to use here something like pop dots, because chipboard is dirtier, and it's better to use chipboard because of that. Okay, so this is the second layer. I've already distressed with distress ink all the elements that I'm going to use here. So, okay, maybe let's begin with this flower, and I will glue it straight to the cover without adding chipboard to it. Okay, something like that. Then the leaves. I don't want the this leaf to be covered with an image of a girl that I will be gluing down later, so I'm just checking that that part of the leaf can still be seen. Now I'm going to glue this lady. Somewhere here. Okay. Then comes this bulb, and to add a little bit more interest to some of the cutouts, I've covered them with the ultra thick embossing powder, and now they are very thick, although they're only paper, and some of them have like a layer of epoxy on them. I'm not sure that the video can catch this detail, but still. Okay, so this will be here, and now the flowers. Let's say that they will be here. Okay. Okay. Now this part. So what I want to achieve here is a bit of dimension, And basically I will create something like 3 layers here on the cover. The first one will be completely flat, and it will be attached straight to the cover, like the flowers and all the elements that I'm gluing down right now. The second layer will have only one chipboard backing from the back side, and the third layer, which I want to stress the most, will have 2 layers of chipboard at the back side. So okay, so now the flower, one more flower will be here, and it will still be flat. Okay, something like this. Now let's see what we have from this side. If I'm gluing down the flower on top of the piece which has a double backing of the chipboard, I think I will need to add some support to this part of the flower image. So I have a scrap of a very thin chipboard piece, very narrow. So I will be cutting that. I will be doubling the layer and gluing it down like this. So as you can see this way, when I'm gluing the flower here on top of this piece, it will have the extra support of the same thickness as this central piece of my composition. But not now. I'm still layering everything down and checking how it looks like. Okay, so one more flower will be here. Let's check once again that reference picture. Okay, so for example, this and these flowers will be popped up. So to this piece, I already can add also the thin strip of the chipboard. Since the cutout itself is, as you can see, not full. Now let's see, we have this cluster of the flowers. Okay, so I will be gluing them down to the so-called first layer, straight to the cover. Like so. Then let's check once again, what do we have here? Here we have this piece that we can also glue straight to the cover. Okay. Now this girl, I will add a piece of chipboard here. Do the head and a narrower piece to the hair. Like that. Now let's see. Yeah, she will be here. So let's do this. I will apply the glue to this whole piece. I forgot to back it up here as well. Here, and now I will at the same time I will have to apply this piece, so I need to know where to put it. Okay, here. Okay, and at the same time to glue the cover. And we forgot this piece here, the flower. Like that. Okay. Now we can glue the flowers. Not to hide them too much. Like this. And then the corset. Here. Now I have this, I don't know, vintage train locomotive that will be glued down with one layer of chipboard. Like this. And like this. And one more piece here. Okay. Here we go. Be here in the corner. Now, I will need a layer here because I will be gluing down the cog, and the cog is also something like the thickness of the chipboard, so I will need to secure the bottom of this bulb and wings at the bottom here. Now we have this piece here and the flower. And we have that vintage clock. Okay. And one more flower. Now I'm not really sure where to put it. I think I will still use it because the flower that I had there is already covered by some other elements and it's not seen. Okay, so the dress form will be here and this flower will be on top. Like that. And to this flower I will add the chipboard in order to pop it out, to pop it up a little bit. Oops, too much. Okay, like this. Now I think it's good. I think I will add a little piece here as well to the back side of the leaf. Like that. Okay, now this piece will be here and glued to the piece with the girl from one side and backed up with one layer of chipboard for the support from the other side. Okay, like that. Okay, let's see. Now we have the metal cogs to glue down, and I will be using the Yoo-hoo glue for gluing them down. Okay, somewhere here. Now the bulb with the wings. Here. Oh, I can already see that I forgot to add the chipboard pieces to the wings. So I will do that first. And now we can glue them down to where we want it to. Like this. Okay. Now let's continue. here, for example, I wanted to place these differently, but as you can see, the composition changed a little bit, and now I need to change the positioning of these as well. No, I don't know, maybe smaller one. No, this is too big for here. Something like that should be enough. Now this piece, I wanted to glue it here. And the tiny one here. Now the butterflies. Well, I don't even know what to do with the butterflies. Where they were. So this one maybe I can really glue down. Here. No, I don't like it. Don't like it here. Maybe here. It will be kind of sitting on her hand. And all the rest. Well, I'm not sure about all the rest. Maybe another one here, but as for the third one, I'm not sure about the third one, so I will not be using it. Only this one. I will pop it with one layer of chipboard, and that's it. Okay, so this is what's left. To glue. And I think we are done. So let me just show you the finished book. This is the spine with the beads. This is the back cover. The front cover with that dimension that we tried to achieve. Let's open. So the tags on the inside of the cover in the pocket that we've created, and as you can see, the signatures open flat. This is what I like about this binding. Here are the dividers that we've embellished with the elements and cutouts from the same paper collection, Steampunk Debutante by Graphic 45. Here are more of the signatures. And the embellishments here on the dividers are quite flat, so they don't prevent you from writing in the notebook. They don't create any, bulkiness, so you can use the notebook not only as a decorative piece, but really use it. And this was the last one. As you can see, we've created 14 signatures, and that's because that way the opening here is almost not seen. If you will create less, you will have a very unpleasant hole, so just pay attention to that when you create your notebook. And these are 2 additional tags in the back pocket on the inside cover. Close it, and that's it. I hope you liked this project, and thanks for watching till this point. And if you create something similar, please share. I will be happy to visit your YouTube channel or your blog and have a look at what you've created. Thank you, and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.